In a major win for school choice, an Oklahoma school board approves what could be the first faith-based charter school in the country. But critics are gearing up for a court showdown over the use of public funds. Brett Farley is executive director of the Catholic Conference of Oklahoma and joins me now. Brett, good morning to you. Tell us about this school and what you hope to achieve with it.
Well, what we're trying to achieve here is to deliver more options to kids, largely in the rural areas of our state that are stuck with one option, and most often those options are just inadequate. And so we have a great need in that area. Also in the special needs area, where kids just need more specialized education, and options are the name of the game. And so we've been about this as a Catholic church for 500 years. We want to continue to expand those options to those kids that need it.
So the public funding for this school is an issue for the Oklahoma Attorney General. He says that it violates the Oklahoma Constitution and says, in part, the approval of any publicly funded religious school is contrary to Oklahoma law and not in the best interest of taxpayers. It's extremely disappointing that board members violated their oath in order to fund religious schools with our tax dollars. In doing so, these members have exposed themselves to the state to potential legal action that could be costly. You're already facing legal challenges from a separation of church and state advocacy group. So what's your response to that?
Well, with all due respect to the Attorney General, he is at odds with Supreme Court precedent. The U.S. Supreme Court has said now 3 times in the last 6 years that a state does not need to fund private schools, but if they choose to do so, they cannot discriminate against religious institutions because they're religious. They've been emphatic about that. And so we're relying on Supreme Court precedent here.
So when will the school be up and running, and will you open as these legal challenges play out?
Well, it really depends on what happens in the courts. If the court does not block our effort here, we'll be opening up in the fall of 24 with 500 students to start out, and then we'll expand from there. It's anybody's guess what's going to happen in the court and whether they choose to enjoin our school.
Do you think that this opens up the door for more taxpayer-funded charter schools? And if so, how does that change education in this country?
I think it very possibly will. And if that happens, what we're going to see is a further expansion of school choice across the country. It's a trend that we've seen already over the last few years and in a number of states just this year. Parents are demanding more options, and states like Oklahoma are insisting on giving it to them.
Well, Oklahoma's Attorney General may be opposed, but Oklahoma's governor is on board and said this is a win for religious liberty and education freedom in our great state. So this is certainly one to watch. Brett Farley, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.